Hey everybody, welcome to today's edition of the Daily Market Commentary. I'm your host, Chuck Fulkerson. We're going to kick off a slightly earlier version of the commentary today. Just talk a little bit about some of the overnight market movement that we had. I know I released the video a little bit late last night, so some of you may not even have gotten a chance to watch it yet. For those of you that are new to the channel, we look at the same futures markets every day, and most importantly, we leave the lines on the charts. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. I'm going to make this one fairly quick today. So as we've come down in the overnight markets, we have the S&P, which last night on the video, for those of you that got a chance to watch it, I know we talked about it a little late. When I recorded the video, we were sitting right here. We had just had a green candlestick come back out of the zone, and we were sitting right, it was actually right at this green candlestick when we were recording the video, and my comment was, I just didn't feel good about the way we were coming into it, and I said it's probably time to bail out of this thing if you happen to watch it last night. Some of you may still have not been able to catch that or held on. Another option was to trade it more of a candle-to-candle style and move your stop to here instead of all the way down here. And then lo and behold, in the very next hour, the market came right through that area, that potential buying opportunity. So, obviously nobody's going to watch their positions 24 hours a day. So hopefully you didn't take too big of a hit on that. But if you're gonna take losses from time to time. But I will say that did, and one of the things I talked about last night is I'm not a big proponent of shorting the market at all-time highs, but it did put in some potential shorting opportunities now on the smaller time frame. Once again, I'm looking at the smaller time frame as better opportunities. And you do have some areas in here that you could get short. I will tell you personally, I'm still not doing it. I don't see a tremendous reason for me to try to jump onto a moving train. I don't have to trade every day, and I'll wait for prices to come into the areas that we've got defined as better probabilities. As it stands right now, we have this on an hourly time period. Now remember, this is a dashed line, so our strategy here is to allow price to come into the area and then get in as it starts to bounce back out. That one is still valid. If that one doesn't hold, or if we blow through it before getting in, now you have another area right down in here. So two potential turning points. The lower one's actually a slightly better probability and a slightly better shot. We've got President Trump's State of the Union address coming, and so who knows if there's going to be a rally after that or before that, or how the market's going to react to that. Frankly, I don't really care. What I want to do is have my plan in place, and if it works out in our favor, great. The Nasdaq still don't have any areas really close to current price that I'm in love with. I mean, we've got this area here, which was a little bit of fair price value before a very strong run up. It corresponds with the level that we talked about in the S&P. The other thing that I am okay with this area for is that if we were to just draw this shape here, this is really the origin of a breakout from this triangular move up. So, there is the return to this area here that could get very attractive. When it comes to crude oil, so crude oil, I do like a potential short right up here, and I don't know if we're going to get that high. And if we don't get that high, I'm actually even okay with a candle-to-candle style of trade. If somebody wanted to get short, now with your stop just above this particular candle's high, since we did get lower than the prior candle's low. The only thing that keeps me slightly away from that is that I have some fair amount of buying pressure on 4 consecutive candlesticks. So been unable to hold those lows for 4 consecutive hours. So little bit hesitant about that. But if you are willing to take the risk, that is a potential trade for you as well on crude. Gold did not get into our potential buy point, as we did get the rally overnight in gold. Didn't get to our potential buy point. If I go to a 4-hour chart, you'll see that we have broken our upward trend line. And the question would be here's our upward trend line that we had. If we're going to see a bounce off of this upward trend line, the old trend line we were using as support, is it going to be used as resistance in the future? So keep that area in mind. Nothing really major to change, though, in gold. Looking here at the bonds, the bond market, we also saw a rally in the bonds in the overnight hours. Still have a potential sell area right up here. Don't know if we're going to make it that high up, although as the stock market continues to fall, we may get a little rally in bonds to that area. The Aussie still pretty high up off of, we had an entry in the Aussie back here earlier in the week. Bounced off of this area right here in the overnight hours and has continued to run higher. Same thing with the euro. The euro running higher overnight, and the Canadian. So Canadian dollar, that area is still very valid for where we've got our potential reversal. None of these areas above in the euro or in the Aussie are exciting me to get short. So I'm not going to try to short it. If you wanted to look on a smaller time period, maybe on say a 15-minute chart, you could look at a potential long on one of the pullbacks into one of these little areas back here. And then the Great British Pound. The pound actually did get a bounce off of our area, but I talked about it was kind of slow moving. So it got to the very bottom of the zone, and now it's continuing to rally up out of there. So you may be participating in this rally in the pound as we speak. And then, unfortunately for our Japanese yen trade, we got nicked by a tick and we're unable to get filled. So that's kind of the areas that I'm looking at today. Today's one of those days where I don't want to overreact and jump in on shorts just because the market's going down, right? Just because it's going down for the day, or even if it goes down for the week, it doesn't mean I want to change my overall big picture analysis. And my overall big picture analysis is still overall bullish. So I'm not going to go chasing trades. I'm going to still wait for good opportunities to come into my areas, and then we pounce. Right? Think of it like a cat. Wait for the laser pointer to come in front of you before you pounce, rather than just trying to chase the thing around. Maybe that's not a great analogy, but you know what I mean. So hope everybody has an absolutely amazing trading day. And if you need something, please feel free to send me an email, chuck@iiefinancial.com. Till tomorrow, I will see you soon. Thanks.